So this video will be about vocabulary, about you building and broaden your vocabulary as well as pronunciation, right? So you will learn, you will improve your vocabulary as well as your English pronunciation. All right, so let's go. Fast, 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 fast. And the first alternative, speedy, 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 speedy. The second alternative, quick. It's not quick, it's quick, quick, right? So instead of saying fast all the time, you can say speedy and or quick. Of course, there are many more, but in this video, I'm gonna give you two alternatives to each of them, as you can see right here. So fast, speedy, and quick. Instead of saying, wow, he's fast, you can say he's quick or he's speedy. Next, we have serious, serious, serious. Are you serious? Or this is a very serious situation. So you can say grave, 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 and critical, critical, critical. Serious, serious, grave, grave, and critical, critical. Okay? For example, this is a very serious situation, or his situation is very serious. You can say he's in a serious situation. You can say he's in a critical situation or grave situation. Okay, so serious, grave, and critical. Next we have very small, very small. So if you don't want to say or use very small all the time, you can say miniature. Now, the pronunciation of this word is a bit tricky. It's not miniature, it's miniature, 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 miniature. And the next alternative is petite, petite, petite. So very small, miniature, and petite, petite. Okay, or that's a miniature toy car, or let's say miniature horse or something like that. So like very small. If something is very small, you can say miniature or petite. Okay. Next we have big, big, and this is really important. It's not big. This is something that a lot of English learners struggle with, the pronunciation of the I in English. Sometimes, well, most of the time, it's pronounced like as a short I or a sound like this. A. In this example, it's big, big, not big, it's big. And then the first alternative is enormous, 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 enormous. And the second one is gigantic, gigantic. So the letter I is pronounced either e as in big, and I as in gigantic. Okay, so big, e, and I, gigantic, right? It's not gigantic, it's gigantic, ick, big, big, ick. Okay, so the next word is very similar. The pronunciation of the E or I is the same. It's not E, it's rich. It's not reach. Reach is something else. It's a different word. Okay, so rich, rich. You have affluent, 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 and prosperous, prosperous. So rich, affluent, and prosperous. For example, you can say my dad was a very affluent person in his 30s or something like that. Next we have smart, 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 smart. The first alternative we have clever, clever. Notice that I'm not saying clever, clever. Clever would be American pronunciation. This is British pronunciation. Okay, so clever, clever. The next alternative is bright, bright. Okay, bright. Well, I just realized that I didn't give you an example for big. Yeah, so that's a big house. You can say that's a gigantic house, or that's a big elephant. Well, elephants are big, right? Are very big. So you can say gigantic. So very big, you can say gigantic or enormous. Okay. And smart, you can say clever and bright. My friend is a bright person. My friend is very bright. It means that he is intelligent. He is smart. Okay. Bright. She's a bright student, which means she's a smart student. Next, we have slow, slow. You can say sluggish. Again, the I, it's not sluggish, it's sluggish, sluggish. Okay? And unhurried, sluggish and unhurried. So these are alternatives to slow. If you have a car that is slow, you can say, my car is sluggish. Okay? It's not fast. You want a fast car, you want a quick car, you want a speedy car, but your car is slow, sluggish. Unhurried is in a different context. Unhurried is, say, you have a meeting or an appointment at the doctor's by you, and you're running late, but still you just, taking your time, brushing your teeth like this, you are unhurried. You're doing everything in a unhurried manner. You're not hurrying. Yeah, right. So the next one we have tired, tired. So in American pronunciation, they say, or American English, they say tired, tired. In British English, we say tired. I'm tired. You can say run down. I'm feeling a bit run down today. Feeling a bit run down. Or if you run for like an hour straight, you come back home and you're like, you're panting, like you're out of breath, you're exhausted. Or after a long day at work, you can say, I am exhausted, right? You're run down, you're tired, exhausted. And we also have funny, hilarious, 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 and amusing. Okay, if someone is funny, you can say, well, that was funny, that was hilarious, that was funny, or that was amusing. Yes.